In a studio that's in a basement comes the epic story of how two friends changed the future of the movie podcast game forever. The reviews are in. Boys Life magazine gives the High Sci podcast 4.5 acorns. The Daily Bugle says, these guys are super legit. And Pope Francis declares the podcast as life-affirming. From the kid who tried to get smart with David Spade and got fucking old.
You're still out. You're still bad.
And the guy who can name all four Baldwin brothers.
Alec, William, Daniel, and the baby boy, Stephen.
Live from the studio of his parents' basement. The Have You Seen It podcast.
Well, he was getting Cabo last year, too, man. He just likes the place. He likes the beach.
I know, I don't think they can get him out of there now. I think he's applying for citizenship.
I know, probably.
The guy's not leaving. He's too comfortable.
Well, welcome back to the Have You Seen It podcast.
Yes, sir.
My name is Mason Knight. That is Cash Kraus there. And today we are talking about movie news.
Oh, well, we have to.
We
right?
have to.
I mean,
we didn't do one last week. We did 2 reviews instead of a movie news, so we got a few things to catch up on.
Bombs have been dropped since then.
Yes, definitely. some crushers, like some soul crushers, man.
Absolutely.
One of those, and we'll just jump right into this one because I think it's the biggest news of the week. Sony and Disney have parted ways with Spider-Man.
Unless you've been living under a literal rock and you're some kind of rock monster, maybe a troll or some kind, you've already heard about this news.
Yeah. And if you're not following us on Facebook, you're really missing out because between you and I think we posted like 30 Spider-Man memes that day,
it was
those last 2 days.
It was a treasure trove.
It was of awesome and hilarious
sadness,
memes.
Of sad, very sad memes. But really good memes too, because the sadness was felt around the world.
It really was.
I feel like
it was a global scale sadness.
I don't think anyone saw it coming. I mean, I guess
I thought we figured that shit out years ago. I thought we were done with. I thought now Marvel would be able to take on Spider-Man, no problem.
Yeah. So the story is Sony is they're taking back their franchise, saying Marvel and Disney can't have anything to do with it because they couldn't strike a new deal. Disney wanted to go 50-50 with the movie proceeds, wherever they make just from the movie, because Disney already makes all the money from all the
merchandise
toys and merchandising. Yep. So now they want 50-50. And Sony said, "Fuck that." Said we don't have that many movies right now, and we need to.
No, they don't. They really don't.
But it's been crazy, man. I mean, Disney has definitely been working their rabid fan base. They know exactly what people are willing to do, and they've definitely been playing like the good guys. Like they're the ones who are hurt by this, and like they're the good guys, and Sony is the bad guys. But really, it's just two very greedy companies, and that $1 billion isn't enough.
It's never enough. It's never enough. I mean, Disney literally made the most money they've ever made in the history of movie making.
Yes.
And now it's still not enough, for these two companies.
And they're still making an insane amount of money. Can you guys not just make
money together?
No.
They'll each make $500 million on a Spider-Man film. I mean, Spider-Man already hit a Far From Home. I guarantee that's already hit $1 billion.
Dude, Disney's making. They got to be making $1 billion. I don't know the profit off the merchandise, but every Spider-Man merchandise is licensed under Disney.
Yes.
Every Spider-Man T-shirts, Spider-Man toys.
That's tens of hundreds of millions of dollars a year.
Yeah, any action figure you're buying, or any clothing that you're buying in the store, the money is going to Disney. So I mean, it's. They got to be making, I don't know the amount, but they got to be making at least, they got to be making at least their money back from making the movie, from their merchandise.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They wouldn't be making Spider-Man. They wouldn't be having a franchise that big if they weren't making cash on it.
But it's crazy, man. You know, Sony's in a weird spot now.
They are.
Because they have, Tom Holland is on contract with Sony, so they can make a third movie.
They could.
They just can't mention any of Iron Man or Tony Stark or any of that world at all. They have to pretend to
it just basically doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, so
which really sucks because the whole concept and the whole theme of Far From Home was the fact that Tom Holland, Peter Parker, Spider-Man, he was so sad and upset the fact that Iron Man and Captain America died and stuff.
Well, so, Disney kind of...
Spoiler alert.
I don't want to say they didn't put all their eggs in one basket, but they were really riding for them to not do whatever it took to make a new deal. Because, exactly like I said, Far From Home was opening up the Phase 4. Mm-hmm. I mean, Spider-Man is the main guy. I mean, the whole thing they were building was he's going to be like taking over for Tony Stark, right? He's going to go into his shoes. But, yeah, that's not happening now. I don't know how it's going to work. I say they just, could they reboot it again for a third time?
No, I pray to God not. Did you see that SpongeBob meme I posted? Like, how many times we got to teach you this lesson, old man?
Yeah.
The fourth time you got to reboot this and Uncle Ben gets killed by some thugs.
I don't know what they're going to do. It's going to be interesting to see, though. It's going to be really interesting to see. And how is Marvel going to move forward?
Oh, I know.
Where's that? Are the guys going to be like, where'd that Peter Parker kid go? Yeah, don't worry about it.
Don't know.
Off the team. Don't need him.
Yeah.
Don't need him, yeah. So it's very bizarre situation. I mean, with the movies already...
It cast Tony Stark as a liar, too. He said, you're part of the MCU now. You're part of the Avengers now. Now you can't even mention him.
A deal's gonna be made, honestly.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be.
I think Disney is just playing coy, and they're playing possum or whatever. And well, at first they thought that enough rabid fans are gonna get Sony to do it, and now Sony just came out with a public statement on Twitter and said, no, we're not. I mean, they had to do it on Twitter because they had to release it because they had to do it where people were going to see it. Otherwise, the fans were just going to downvote whatever they release in a news story, I guess. So they had to release it on Twitter and say that,
crazy.
Say that, no, it's no longer. And,
well, yeah, but how does Sony think that's going to be a wise move for them? Now, to be fair, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was a fucking great film. It was my top 2 best films of 2018. So to be fair, we know they can make a good movie, but at the same time, you're going to piss off a lot of the fans who love Disney or more importantly, love Marvel in general. And the fact that you're not going to be able to mention any of the other superheroes is totally problematic. They're going to have a tough time dealing with that.
I would say if a deal didn't end up being made, which I 100% think a deal is going to end up being made.
It has to be.
I mean, because Disney's in a tough spot too. They're just in a tough spot as Sony, if not tougher spot than Sony. Because Sony could definitely introduce a new Spider-Man, like in the next Venom movie or something, and just have him play a small part, a completely new character, and just have him not be the main character, obviously, just in for a short period, and now, then build off that character from there.
Yeah, and Tom signed under contract, Holland, but do you think he would play Spider-Man in Venom, or do you think they just recast Spider-Man in general?
Well, it depends if they wanted to reboot it or not, if they were going to keep with that one. But if he was in Venom, then they would eventually have to make a third movie. I mean, so then is a tough spot. So I don't know. I don't see how you can do it with Tom Holland moving forward and pretending like the Avengers don't exist.
Yeah, I'm at a loss for words. I do not want that job as a writer. Let's put it that way. I do not want that screenplay job. There's no way.
Yeah, because you're gonna. But I mean, I don't know. I think if Sony ends up coming out with a Spider-Man movie, it's not like people aren't going to go see it. I mean, Spider-Man fans. I think
majority of people will see it. I just don't think it'll be as well supported as something with the Marvel Disney banner over it. That's just my personal opinion, but I don't think it'll make as much as Far From Home and stuff like that domestically.
No, probably not. Absolutely not. Unless it was amazing. I mean, but no, I don't think so either. But yeah, let's keep moving on with the Disney news, because Disney had their D23 Expo, so they were just throwing out all kinds of headlines left and right.
Yeah,
showing.
It's a little overwhelming.
Should we just get into it? Really, the whole reason that we do this show and this podcast.
The only reason. Shout out to Star Wars.
Because there was already too many Star Wars podcasts. We had to make we
had to make it something different. We had to disguise it as a movie podcast, but in reality, it's just Star Wars.
Because that's the closest thing we could do without it not being Star Wars. But yeah, we have to talk everything Star Wars. They released a new poster with I want to get your opinion on this poster. What do you think about it?
Dude, I have been one of those Star Wars fans from the beginning where I do like where they're going with it. A lot of people hated The Last Jedi. I didn't hate it. It wasn't my favorite Star Wars movie, maybe not, but I appreciate where they're going with this story. I really love this poster. Again, I'm still on this whole Star Wars bandwagon. I think this poster looks fucking sick, man. And then you got Palpatine in the background. You know what I mean? Just barely emerging out of the shadows.
My biggest thing is I think Palpatine looks like a fucking cartoon.
In that I will agree with. It does look a little animated.
That's a weird poster.
It does look animated.
It does not look like him. It looks like.
To be fair though, that looks animated on the bottom though. The two with the lightsabers and stuff. I think the whole thing kind of has that animation look to it.
I mean, they kind of does. You really only seen their shadows, so I mean,
like the
you
color
can't
scheme
really
and stuff.
You can't really see. I mean, but it's that seriously looks like the Palpatine from Clone Wars.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
But of course, he's probably gonna be a Force ghost. So maybe that's the whole
Force ghost, or he ended up doing what Darth Plagueis did, which was his master, and was able to resurrect the dead.
Yeah.
Through midichlorians. So maybe that
the old midichlorians in our blood.
Yep.
Everyone's got them.
So maybe that's what happens. Maybe he gets resurrected. Because he is like the quintessential bad guy of Star Wars. Like,
I know,
he is the face of evil in the Star Wars universe.
How do you kill him then?
It's tough. I think they'll kill him. I think they'll kill him forever.
But you got to kill his Force ghost. You got to go on the other side. You got to strangle that fucking ghost to death. You got to stop that old man.
And here's the thing, too, man. I mean, if Palpatine's coming back, they have to answer more questions about Snoke.
Kind of, yeah.
Or Snoke, whatever.
Yeah, not Snoke.
Snoke, not the website. Snopes. No, but Snoke. Like they're
not going to. I don't even know. It was like, yeah,
but
never
9, they've got to set it up because if Palpatine comes back, somehow that guy was working for Palpatine.
Oh yeah, I mean Palpatine might have been controlling him.
Mm-hmm.
We have to talk about because they released footage also that we didn't get to see because we weren't there. Yeah. But have you heard what was in the footage? We can talk about it because that's kind of the groundbreaking news that we talk about here.
Yeah, I heard Rey has 2 red lightsabers.
Well, she has 1.
Oh, 1.
They're connected. It's like it's Darth Maul's.
Oh, but it's blue and red.
No, just red. Just red.
Okay, so yeah, 2. It's doubled. But yeah, they're coupled together.
Yeah, it's a double hilt, but they look like they were connected. She didn't connect them. It's in the footage, which I haven't seen yet. This is all hearsay, but it's a folding lightsaber. So she brings it out and it unfolds, and it's got 2 red lightsabers. Okay. And she's hooded, and she's completely, obviously, on the dark side. She's wearing all black. She's got the yellow eyes. But yeah, I mean, what do you think? She's bad?
No, of course not. It's a total misdirection. We all know that's a misdirection.
There's other footage that they release also, but that was the main parts.
It could have literally just been a dream sequence in the movie that
or it could be Palpatine controlling her, because I do think that is going to be a possibility. I do think that Palpatine did have the ability to control people, especially when he fucking got thrown off the cliff. He went full force, man. He did. He's just, I mean, if he's literally walking around right now, it's because he's using the Force like some kind of puppet, like on strings. Yeah. There's no way he just bounced back up after falling, 1,000 feet? And he was, 98?
He was an old man. He was very old.
Very old.
He
was not looking too good at the time. He was mushy and soft. But yeah, so that was the footage. It showed a bunch of other stuff too, but that was the main thing, was it showed Rey being bad. So, obviously, I don't think that she's going to be bad either. No. But I think she's going to eventually get that double-sided. And like you said before, it's going to be one side's Luke and one side's Vader. And that's going to be the ultimate fucking balance. And she's going to be a gray Jedi.
So, moving on from Star Wars for a minute, I have this question I want to bring up to you. Because I saw this article, and this just fascinated me. Which age group goes to the movies most often, would you think? And give me like a 5-year, so like from 30 to 35, that age range.
5-year, that's a small gap. I would say.
Okay, give me like 6 or 7, maybe even 8.
I would say older, like 55 to 60.
Right, you figure those would be the people that go to the movies the most. Yeah. Well, the new study shows that yet moviegoers aged 18 to 24 are the biggest age group buying movie tickets, which is super surprising because we have everything available to us on streaming sources: Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, HBO.
That's so
Stars,
funny, yeah. Because that's literally what every director that's being an asshole right now is talking about. Like, oh, the kids aren't going to; they have too much stuff. And once again, it's the fucking baby boomers who have all this technology, and now they're saying, "Fucking, we don't want to go to the movies anymore. We'll just stay at home." They're fucking greedy.
Yeah, listen to this. Movie polling service PostTrack surveyed 1.25 million consumers for 1,002 films and found that 25% of tickets sold over the last 7 years were bought by teens and early 20-somethings.
Yeah.
Those under 25 actually made up about half of sold movie tickets.
It is surprising, but almost everyone I talk to, like people I work with and everything, they go to movies. I mean, at least almost once a week. Like they're going to see a movie. Like
when
especially
I don't
people
see a movie once a week,
yeah.
I'm like, wow, I haven't been here in forever.
Especially people that I hear like live in Vancouver and stuff. They'll go like just during the week or whatever, like
it's
on
so
an evening,
convenient.
because
It's
they'll
right
just
next door.
walk over to the mall or whatever if they live pretty close by. So I guess that really doesn't surprise me. I guess, but again. But when you see old people in the theater, it's not like you're seeing like 50 of them.
Yeah, it's like the old couple in the corner
yeah,
who's
exactly.
having a nice...
You always see one like during the day, but you'll never see him past 6 o'clock. Not once, but that is a little surprising though.
Should we get into some spooky news?
Oh, you
want some
know
spooky news?
You know I love some spooky. It's that season, man. You know it's coming up.
It is, and I know you will be super excited to hear this because the co-writer Danny McBride is confirming that within 3 weeks, the second Halloween movie will be filming.
That's insane to me.
Because, yeah, don't you remember about a year or two ago when we talked about this?
And Danny McBride was like, one and done.
Yeah. We're not doing another one.
And what's her name also said...
yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis said she was done too. Isn't she supposed to come back in this one?
From the last thing that I saw, yes. This article doesn't specifically say it here, but yeah, the last time I checked, she was going to be in the second one too.
That's insane. So they already gone to see where they're going to shoot. They already have all that planned out. There, who's in it? Do we know?
No, we don't have the full cast list yet, but
3 weeks. That's crazy. So we'll have it next year.
Yeah, next year. Yep.
That's awesome, man. I wonder what are they going to do with it?
Oh, dude, I have no idea.
What direction could they possibly... I mean, I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but he did not look like he was in a good place.
Well,
when
and
we
that's
left
what
him.
they said. They said that he survived that. I know, how?
How?
You watch that at the end and you go, how the fuck did he live?
He was in a metal cage, and he was like on the surface of the fucking sun.
Right. And he was in the basement, too.
He is not going to
And
be...
if we all know something, heat rises.
Yes.
And it rises very fast.
Maybe it's like he's like a Force ghost now. And
So
he's like
just
Palpatine.
floating around
He knew
everywhere.
the Palpatine in the story of the...
The
But,
midichlorian. Yes,
he's
he
got
knew it all.
midichlorians.
He's got midichlorian.
But yeah, I mean, if he survived that, he is not going to be happy.
No.
You're not going to...
He'd be a much more motivated Michael Myers. That's for
He was
sure.
pissed just generally, walking around the street. He was a very angry guy.
Yes.
I can't imagine his mask survived that. Is he going to have like one shred of mask left? They still
It'll be like the Phantom of the Opera, the half mask on the face. Yeah. It looked pretty ridiculous, but...
Yeah, that's crazy to me. But I'm excited for it, Danny McBride, he fucking killed it. And he's also killing it in the Righteous Gemstones.
In the Gemstones. Me and Mary just finished watching the second
I haven't
episode.
watched the second one
okay,
yet.
I won't ruin it.
Don't
But, dude, it only gets better. It only gets better. That show is going to be a hit.
Oh,
if
it's already
not
a hit.
it
I think
should
it's
be a
already a hit.
travesty. Yeah, because it's hilarious.
It's going to be a hit for sure. But I'll move on with some spooky news.
Good, because good.
The Shining sequel, Dr. Sleep, officially given a rated R. But, I mean, is there any...
And I kind of saw that coming. I think the
Kinda?
majority of people... Well,
Yeah.
not even kind of. Yeah, I saw that coming. But yeah, I mean, I like it. I'm good. Glad.
For
It should be rated
disturbing
R.
and violent content, some bloody images, language, nudity, and drug use. I just
Jacob
hope...
Tremblay's in this? That's the same kid from
Yeah.
Good Boys and
Oh, I know.
Room
He's
and
in
stuff.
fucking everything. He's
Yeah.
the rock of little kids.
He is. He's in every film around. Except he does really, really good movies.
He's a
and
much
good
better
work.
actor
Yeah,
than
he
the rock.
really-
I shouldn't lump them together. But,
Yeah, you
but
shouldn't.
how much he works, I mean...
I know. He works all the
I
time.
hope that kid
You gotta
doesn't...
wonder if they're following those child labor laws, man, with how much this kid's filming.
Well, I just don't want him, because every time you see a kid do that many movies, he gets burnt out.
Yeah.
And it's usually not. But he seems like a pretty good kid, though.
Yeah, he
I've
does.
seen him on talk shows and stuff. He
Same,
seems
I
pretty...
saw him on, like,
he seems like a regular kid, which is very surprising with how famous he is. But yeah, he just seems like a normal... But yeah, I just hope if they have that scene with the lady in the bathtub, I just hope they kept that scene from The Shining.
I hope they did too. It's like a dream sequence. It goes back. Or
because if you
whatever,
have
yeah.
that scene, that's a for sure rated R.
Yes.
I mean, you just got to mark
It's
it up
terrifying.
on that one.
And she's butt ass naked too. So
And she's like melting. Her skin's falling off. It's not a real real lady. But yeah, it's horrifying. But I'm excited for that, man. I can't wait for it. Dr. Sleep.
Oh, and that was another piece of news I had, but you just pulled it up. The James Bond movies gets its official title, which is No Time to Die.
And I fucking love it.
I like that title.
That's a throwback to the old ones for sure. But yeah, I'm excited for it. Some people were.
Well, it makes sense too because this is Bond 25.
Yeah, and
so
they'll play heavily on the nostalgia factor especially
with everything.
Look at the logo. I mean, that's fucking...
yeah, that's definitely old school. That's old school as it gets.
Man. That's as old school. That screams fucking the originals for sure. I can't wait for that, man. That's gonna be awesome. We got a lot of stuff coming out.
Yeah, we do. We have a ton.
A lot of sequels, a lot of reboots. I gotta talk. This is the big one. This is the big one for me. I know, because I know people are getting mad, but
I have this
Matrix 4 officially a go with Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss and Lana Wachowski, the original director.
And I could not wait to bring this up because I want to get your take on this because I haven't seen the Matrix movies.
Yes,
still.
Again, we have to make that clear. You have not seen any of the Matrix films.
So I want to get your opinion on this because what you have told me in the past, Cash, is you say the first one, incredible. Second one falls off. Third one, even worse.
Gone, yeah.
So what do you think about Matrix 4? Do you think they can tie this back in to make this a really, really great film?
Very strange for sure. This came out of nowhere. I saw Matrix 4 and I'm like, what the fuck? It's like 15, 18 years after the original. And I don't want to spoil it for you, Mason, but the main characters don't end up surviving after the third one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so how are they going to pull that off?
Exactly. So so that's a big part of my opinion. But so how are they going to? I'm not sure how they're going to do that. But they have great writing. The Wachowskis are amazing writers, and but yeah, it ended in a very odd way where you thought that was the end of the Matrix. It's hard for me to explain because I don't want to spoil anything with someone that hasn't seen. But it ended with a way where everyone was like, okay, that's the end, and we're kind of happy with it. But but apparently, whoever, I think is it Paramount who does their... I don't know what studio releases it, but whatever studio, they've been trying to get the Matrix because it made like... 1.5 billion. The entire franchise made an insane amount.
Insane, yeah. Just the one of them alone made like 717 million.
So they've been trying really hard to get it, to find a way to get it remade. But coming off of Keanu Reeves' big year, I guess you can call it, with Toy Story and John Wick, and him doing Bill and Ted. They said, okay, we got to get this fucking going now, Keanu's. But no.
Well, yeah, he's on the hot train right now. You gotta ride it while it's hot, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
If people want to see your old films come back to life, you gotta make that happen.
So they said, yeah, let's fucking do it. But no Lawrence Fishburne, who plays Morpheus.
Which is a fucking shame. Because anything with Lawrence Fishburne, I'm watching.
But he is pretty old.
To be fair.
And there is a lot of action in
these movies. Yeah. He might have been able to pull that off in 99, but times are different.
And again, I'm sure they can do it in a way where they write him out of it, but in a way where it's nice to the character and whatnot. Yeah. But of course, he could have a cameo, though, also. But Matrix 4, I can't believe it. It might even be like a prequel or something. But again, Keanu Reeves is in it, so it can't be a prequel.
Yeah, that's right. No, it can't be.
Unless he's playing some kind of Matrix ghost.
Just the Force Ghost. Every film has Force Ghosts.
It's all related, but...
everyone's just floating around.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
So, moving on to this. Kit Harington, which is Jon Snow.
Yeah, go back to Disney.
Yeah, go back to Disney. Well, a majority of our movie news these days is about Disney because they own everything.
Yeah, they own us.
Yeah, they do. Literally. They pay for this studio. Thank you, Disney. Shout out to Disney.
Big shout out.
Yeah. Kit Harington officially joins MCU's The Eternals, and he'll be playing Black Knight.
Yeah, The Eternals, man, is really shaping up to be just a real exciting event.
Yeah, oh yeah,
I
definitely.
mean, it's being, kind of flaunted as something a little different, I guess, with all the other Marvel movies. But yeah, Kit Harington,
Angelina
Jolie, it's shaping up. It's looking good. I don't know what the story's going to be. Numal Kamaji.
That's who I was trying to say.
He's also playing one of the Eternals.
Yeah.
Apparently a sword master. I can't remember what his name is, but that's a little surprising. Because I haven't seen him in very many action roles.
No, I haven't either. No, but Stuber was pretty funny.
I know, but was he wielding a sword in Stuber?
Not a sword, but he was doing comedic, gun shooting.
Yeah, but still, he
That's
wasn't
it.
action. He was still like a dork in that, right? He wasn't a badass.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that, man. The Eternals looks awesome. Kit Harington, I mean, coming off Game of Thrones, going into the Eternals.
Did you hear he was having like serious problems like for those first couple months after Game of Thrones because he was like scared his career was going to fall off, and he was I think he was struggling with like alcoholism or something.
I don't doubt it, man. I bet a lot of them struggle with depression after the way that series ended, with putting so much time in your life. Half of those fucking kids grew up on that set. And then to have it end in a shitty way because of the fucking writers. Yeah, I can understand going through some depression and being, I mean, that's something you put your most of these guys, I mean, that's how they got their start. That was like, what was it, 11 years?
Yeah, that's majority. I think all of them got, I mean, all the kids and all the snow, or all the, the Starks, that's how they got their start.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But not, I mean, even like the Lannisters, it made them huge. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I can understand, especially Kit Harington, who obviously loved the role so much and put everything into it.
He did.
But I can imagine being upset for sure. That'd be depressing. But hey, man, bounce back.
It's crazy because I've got that in news too about Emma Stone, her first look as Cruella de Vil in Disney's 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah. And we can't show you, but she has Dalmatians. I don't really understand the photo here.
Yeah, neither do I. It's kind of.
I mean, she already has the Dalmatians. Has she won?
Is she taking them to the
They look like they're her.
Factory?
I don't know. They look like they're her Dalmatians. I don't understand here. But
what did you think about the casting of Emma Stone as Cruella de Vil?
I fucking love Emma Stone, and she looks amazing.
Oh, and I got to bring something up about Emma Stone. I finally sat down and watched The Favorite.
Oh,
the movie was fucking great.
Phenomenal.
Great.
Yeah, everything about it. The cinematography.
Man. We love him. And everything that he directs, me and you love his movies, man.
It was funny, wasn't it?
Dinner,
it was hilarious. There's some really
awesome.
funny parts, yeah. And dramatic parts, but yeah.
Dramatic parts, yeah, but a lot of funny moments. And you also saw the manipulation happen throughout that whole movie.
Cool, man.
It was like a giant chess piece, chess game in general.
The fucking set piece and costumes were. I mean, I don't really get into the costumes very much, but that old Victorian stuff with the giant wigs and even the men and everything.
The men all looked ridiculous, and I love that one point. And this is not a spoiler, but Emma Stone takes the wig off the one guy, and she's like, "Oh, you're actually handsome."
Yeah,
because they all look ridiculous.
Oh, it makes them look horrible. Yeah.
You know why they did that back in the old days? Because majority of them had syphilis, got syphilis, and you lose your hair. So that's why they all had them.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that fucking helped, but yeah. Big giant powdered wigs too. I heard they were fucking heavy.
So ridiculous. Yeah. Can you I like to look back in those time periods and be like, what the fuck were they thinking? Like what are you guys doing to dress like that?
That was when you just had so much wealth that you had to show it every single way possible.
Yeah.
Biggest wig, biggest because most people couldn't afford having hair back then, and for you to have a mountain of
shoes.
Yeah, I know exactly. So for you to have a giant mountain of hair,
I guess there weren't Lambos.
But you gotta be honest, man. Then. If you were back there and you had it, you're gonna flaunt it.
Oh, of course. If everyone else is,
yeah, for sure. If I'm rolling deep, I'm getting the biggest fucking wig. I'm getting the biggest flappiest, the biggest flappiest shoes because they all have those
down
big.
To your knees.
Yeah,
it's the greatest, most
90% wig. Yeah. But yeah. This looks. I'm excited for it. I loved it. Did you ever watch the live action 101 Dalmatians?
The live action? You mean the cartoon?
No, the live action, the one they had in the 90s.
Oh, yes, I did. Yes, in the 90s. Yes, duh.
Yeah, with Glenn Close, who was amazing. I love that movie. I actually watched that movie on a plane.
I forgot they made the live action already. That's right. So they're making another live action.
Yeah, and it's Glenn Close who fucking killed as Gorilla. It's going to be hard to compare to Glenn Close. But, yeah, she can do it. Yeah, man. I watched it on a plane. The last plane I was on, I watched the 101 Dalmatians live action. I think it was one of the ones they had for free.
Yeah, this is an iconic movie, too.
Oh, yeah.
Or an iconic poster, I should say.
I used to have it on VHS.
Yeah. Yeah, she did a great job in that role, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So are you curious to know when Black Panther comes out? The second one?
Not that curious because I think I saw earlier.
Oh, definitely.
But yeah, let me know.
May 6th, 2022.
May 6th, 2022. Yep. Man, I gotta mark that on my calendar. I gotta go buy
that's
about
still
5,
a ways
10.
out, man.
Yeah,
that's
a
still
long
like
ways
3
out.
years out that they're announcing this. I'm like, damn, dude, Black Panther 2 is gonna take that long. I wonder what else they have, or what else they're working on to push that back so far in the storyline.
Well, they released the whole list of what's being released from Disney, and it's
And I did see that, like with the
Jungle
Eternals, What If,
Cruise,
and all these.
and a bunch of the Jungle Cruise that's somehow still happening.
I don't know how.
Heard about
why?
it like 8 years.
No one asked for that. No one cares about Jungle Cruise.
Apparently, it's possibly in the same. I only saw this headline, but the headline was: "Is Jungle Cruise in the same universe as Pirates of the Caribbean?"
Stop it.
Yeah, so it's possible. It's gonna be that kind of mystic fantasy jungle kind of thing. It's gonna be fucking decent. It's gonna be good,
it'll be
probably.
decent. Yeah, probably.
It's got
The Rock.
and what's her name? Emma Blunt.
Oh, Emma Blunt. Okay, yeah.
So
well, there you go. That's always better.
she's a great.
That always
actress,
makes
too.
your movies a little better.
This got me pretty excited, Mason. I think it'll get you pretty excited also. It's Supercut, combining both films being edited by director Andy Muschietti. He's already directing a giant supercut that's apparently supposed to be his director's cut. So one giant
Oh, dude,
3
that'd be
hour
fucking
plus.
awesome.
Yeah.
No, it'll be more than 3 hours.
It'll be more.
It'll be 5 or 6.
It'll be probably 5 hours.
Because
it'd probably be longer
Andy
than the
came out-
originals.
Right, and Andy came out originally and said that he had over 4 hours of footage he wanted to use for it too, but had
Yeah.
to condense it down significantly.
Yeah.
So,
but I know that he is using some footage that he couldn't use for It 1 in It 2.
Yeah.
Because there's some things that he shot that they couldn't use, but yeah, it's probably going to be, I mean, it's going to be at least 4 hours because the second one is 3 hours on its own. But yeah, that's awesome. Supercut.
okay, did you see the pictures for the film and the trailer Bombshell, which is based on the Fox News Roger Goodell or Roger Ailes or whatever, the head guy.
I just saw the trailer for it right here. I haven't watched the trailer. No, I did not actually know it was about Fox News.
Yeah, it's about Fox News and about the sexual harassment claims.
Yeah,
about
and
the CEO Roger something Ailes. I think it's Ailes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Charlize Theron is playing.
Yes, she's playing. What's her face?
Megan
Megan Cat.
She looks
Megan
exactly like her there. That's
She
crazy.
does. It's creepy, dude. I'm like, what?
Oh, that's gonna be fucking. That's gonna be probably good.
In the trailer,
and
awesome
Margot
too.
Robbie.
Margot Robbie's in it. Yep,
and fucking
Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman is doing. She's doing a lot of work.
she has been.
She's been staying busy. She's in the Goldfinch coming out, which I think looks pretty good.
Mhm. That's based on a book too.
That
a very
is, and
high.
the book is supposed to be
best-selling
amazing.
book.
Yeah.
hmm
But Margot Robbie, when she's trying to like downplay her good.
Her good looks,
beauty,
Yeah,
she's
it's
still-
impossible. She's just like the most beautiful woman out there. Like it's crazy.
She can't hide it.
She can't.
But man, Charlize
Nor
Theron,
should she.
Absolutely not. It'd be a crime against humanity.
It definitely would be. I think a lot of people would be upset about it.
Well, did you see what actress or actor, however you kind of want to say it, it doesn't really matter. What female actor made the most money last year? Could you
Yes.
guess? You saw it.
Yeah, I already did.
saw
But I would have guessed in a heartbeat.
Yeah, you say that.
ScarJo.
Second year in a row.
Well, but the thing is, I mean, she's Black Widow. She does all these like high whatever movies.
yeah, but
high
what else,
grossing
what else has
movies.
she been doing?
She did Her. She was the voice in Her.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was.
That was like 2000. Is that the last thing she did?
Yeah, that was literally the last thing she actually acted in. Yeah, I forget, but Her
I mean,
was
I'm
back in,
guessing
like,
I'm guessing she
2014
just
or
had the
13.
biggest contract because of Marvel, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's got to be one of the highest paid just because of that alone.
Oh yeah, she was in Captain Marvel too. Natasha Romanoff.
Yeah.
Endgame,
Black Widow.
Infinity Wars. That's pretty much all she's actually been doing. She's in Jojo Rabbit.
Oh yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She plays one of the counselors at the neo-Nazi camp or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Yeah, but I'm telling you, man, she does Marvel and then she does indie films.
Yeah.
Like she did, but I'm guessing that Marvel contract. I'm guessing she's being paid just as much as most of those men.
Hell yeah,
I'm
and I
guessing
was-
they're making sure that she
Right.
is for.
And I was shocked to see. Did you see for the men? Chris Hemsworth was the highest paid on that cast list
Oh, I did not see
Yeah,
that.
he made I think 56 or like 64 million just on.
It was higher than Robert Downey Jr.?
Yes, higher than Robert Downey Jr. Yeah.
Crazy
Stuff.
That is pretty fucking crazy.
So Ryan Gosling meeting with Taika Waititi launches Thor 4 rumors.
Ryan Gosling?
Yep. He was spotted meeting up with the Thor 4 director just a couple days ago.
What is he going to be, Deadpool? Oh, Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
I'm thinking Ryan Reynolds.
Not Ryan Reynolds. Ryan
Too many
Gosling.
good-looking guys named Ryan
Definitely.
these days.
Definitely the case. You get him confused.
Ryan Gosling. Who could he play? That could
I
be
don't know.
cool. That could be a funny cameo.
Yeah, but yeah,
they just have him randomly come in like they had what was the prisoner's name in the last Thor? What was the
Prisoner?
Rock? It was the Rock's. The
Oh,
Rock
Korg.
guy. Yeah, Korg.
Yeah, Korg.
If they just have him like voicing like a Korg like character or something, that could be pretty.
That would be funny.
That'd be funny. But that's crazy.
Okay, so I'm about to get real fucking pissed off because I'm gonna bring this up.
Okay.
You remember
like
that
this
company,
start.
that dear old company? That company we always talk about on this podcast?
Why? Yeah. Do we have to bring it up every
We do,
goddamn
actually,
time
because
now?
I want to warn people. I want to warn people. This is an educational podcast.
Oh, this
God
is
damn it.
a PSA.
This is a PSA. Yeah.
This is a public service announcement. Please pull to the side of the car if you're to the side of the road if you're listening to this. Shut down your car and listen.
You need to go back. If you had that bastardly fucking company movie pass, you should probably go back and make sure that your credit card is fine, because they have left credit card information out for thousands of their subscribers.
Oh no.
So there was a data breach.
Joke's on them. I didn't use a credit card. I used a debit card.
So did I. But that
And
could
there's
be
no-
even worse.
Not really, because there's not a lot of money in
That's
there.
true.
So
Yeah.
joke's on
I
them.
think I have like 7 right now until the first. So,
I mean,
best of luck.
I'm banking on someone stealing my identity, so they just take on that debt.
Yes.
That I mean, I got C, and I just go live in the woods and
You just
start
live the
over with
good
no
life, right?
identity. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I heard that's crazy, man. Everything. Does it surprise you though? You're hearing that shadiness. I
No,
wouldn't surprise
it
if
doesn't
we
surprise
found
me
out
at
that
all,
they
man.
were siphoning blood from their customers somehow.
Yes.
I mean, they're the shadiest the shadiest goddamn company on earth.
They are, by far and away, and it just irritates the living shit out of me that this company has been able to get away with all that. They should be in jail. The CEO, Mitch whatever, should be in jail.
Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, Mitch McConnell. Well, he's in jail. No.
I wouldn't be surprised if he has his little hands in
In the
movie pass somehow.
debacle.
But yeah, that's
Like,
again, don't if you're thinking about getting movie pass for some reason at this point,
don't
we
do it.
I don't
Well,
mean
they
that
don't
you
even
can't.
sign
Yeah.
us. They don't even sign new subscribers up. That company's
Yeah.
going under. It's bye bye.
It's going under. I don't think that company
Well, it's
will
under.
ever die. They're
Oh, they'll die. I'll kill them myself. If it's the last thing I have.
bro. You can't kill them. There's some kind of weird entity where they just can't. I mean, they're not making money right now. Why are they still around?
I have no idea.
It's fucking weird, man. It's weird.
Netflix and theaters are fighting about The Irishman maybe hitting the big screen, which I would not. I would
I hope
want
it does.
nothing more.
I hope it does. Honestly.
Yeah, I hope we get to see
I
it
have
on
a
a big
100.
screen.
Yeah, that's a movie that I want to see. It's almost a crime just to have to watch it on a regular TV.
I totally agree with you. I just don't want to see it come on streaming. I want to go to the theaters and see this.
Yeah, that's
It's a Martin
more-
Scorsese film with fucking Robert De Niro, Pacino, fucking Pesci.
Everyone, man.
You know, it's like,
Yeah.
fuck, man.
No, it's an event. It's a film event that people should be taking off work to watch. I say, put it in a theater for a couple of weeks and then put it in fucking Netflix.
Yep.
Do it. I mean, it doesn't have to be long, and then just have it go to both.
Uh-huh.
Why not put it in theaters and then
Well, you know how AMC does artisan films?
yeah.
That's what the negotiation tactics are
Oh.
right now. So Netflix is currently in talks with at least 2 large theater chains. And one of those chains is AMC Theaters, which has about 11,000 screens worldwide. And what they'll do is they'll use it as an artisan film for a week or two. So they're trying to work out the fine details.
I don't know
in
what
the
their
contract.
definition of an artisan film is, AMC, because it seems like it's everything.
It's
under the sun.
everything, yeah.
Like, I don't know.
But like limited releases. So like the Peanut Butter Falcon, like that one was an artisan film.
Yeah, but so was
Ready or Not was
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And Ready or Not wasn't an indie film. It had a studio back.
Yeah, I know.
And Once Upon a Time was done by Sony. So I don't know what are they saying is artisan these days.
I don't know. I think just anything. They just want to use it. They just think they're fancy.
Just anything
they
that's not.
They get to put the gold strip.
I
on
literally
the side
think
of
it's
it.
anything that's not made by Disney is an artisan film these days.
I think so. They just own so much.
If you
of
don't have
everything.
the Disney thumbprint, then you're a fucking artisan. But yeah, that's amazing to me. Yeah, it needs to go. I mean,
yeah, it does, man.
I think the idea of releasing both, put it out there for a couple weeks. It's on Netflix, and I'll go watch it. Even if it's free on Netflix, I'll go to the theater.
Same. I'll go to the theater and watch it.
I think you're gonna get a good
the least
amount
you
of.
can do.
I think you're gonna get for Scorsese.
For the old Scorsese films, yeah, man. I mean,
what
we're
he's-
diehards.
So for what he's done for us, that's the least we can do.
It is.
But,
But September, so we're only a month away from The Irishman coming out too, my friend. Which is even
I know
great.
I may just have to rent out a theater and like hook up my laptop and hook it up to the screen. It's just-
I think that's wise. Well, dude,
and
we're
then
gonna be-
all fucking sell tickets.
Yeah. Well, I hope you're ready for these next 2 months, man. We're gonna be so busy on this podcast. It's gonna be
My mind is ready,
ridiculous.
but I don't think my body is. I'm gonna be.
Or your eyeballs. You
I'm
gotta sit
getting
through a
hit
lot.
with so much goddamn good fucking
Yes.
filming. I hope, man. We've been burnt before when we think we're going.
Yeah, but
into
not
a
with
good...
Scorsese. He's not gonna burn us on the.
Well, I'm not talking
Irishman.
about Scorsese. I'm just talking about all the movies that are
I
coming
see.
out.
Okay, yeah.
We've been. If 80% of them are good, I'll be fucking. 60% of them are good, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
It's films like the sequel to The Shining, films like that have
you
me
worry
worried,
about. Yeah,
have me worried.
and that's fair.
'Cause they could
But
go
I'm
either
not-
way.
I'm honestly not worried about the Irishman. Not even a little bit.
No,
I
no.
mean, it's
no.
just got too. It's too
No,
good
I'm
of a
not worried.
cast,
Again,
too good of
I'm not worried.
director.
I don't want anyone to go out there and say that Cash Kraus was worried that the Irishman was going to bomb. If it does, I will be. That's going to be the most shocking event of the year.
Of
It getting a
the decade.
23%
Of the decade,
and it just
man.
ends up being like a comedy or something that no one saw coming. Then I will be surprised, but I don't see that bombing at all. Look at this. Did you see the Netflix?
I did see this.
They got-
Timothy Chalamet as the king.
If you got Timothy Chalamet, you might be okay.
Yeah, definitely.
If you put
look
him
at
in a
that-
movie.
Look at that star-studded cast, man. I mean, you
Yeah,
have
Joel
Joel
Edgerton,
Edgerton. Yeah,
Ben
Pattis-
Mendelsohn,
Oh my God.
who was great in Rogue One.
Robert Pattinson too, the brand new Batman, the official Batman.
But man, medieval movies are never good.
I totally disagree with you there. I fucking love medieval
Yeah,
movies.
well, you might love them, but they're never good.
I
you might.
disagree, though. There are quite a few. Like Kingdom of Heaven was good with Orlando Bloom.
It bombed. It was 3 hours plus.
Yeah, but it was a good movie.
And
I liked
it was about the
Troy with-
Crusaders. I mean, it wasn't. No,
But
it,
I like
it
those
wasn't
films. I love
It was
them.
way too long. And
Oh, it was
boring.
definitely. It was super long. But I love those kind of movies. There's a show.
That's
there's a
exactly
ton
what
of
I'm talking
shows
about,
on
those movies
Netflix
that-
with the Danes and the Saxons where they're fighting like Vikings. It's called The Last Kingdom on Netflix. A great show. It's like 3 seasons. But see, I do agree with you in one aspect of that because medieval movies are really hard to sum up in one fucking 2-hour sitting. You almost need to do seasons because there's so much content there.
Well, I just think it's a hard endeavor to do because if you're gonna accurately portray medieval times, it's mostly fucking boring. I mean, that's the
for
biggest
sure.
thing. And the way they talk, it's a difficult. You gotta find like you gotta find like a middle ground to where because you're not gonna go hard English where you can't understand anything that you're saying. So you gotta find a middle. So I think they're just difficult to do and find a story that keeps people involved long enough.
Yeah.
For some reason, medieval films seem to like. At one point, there always seems to be like a dry spell in the movie, for like a 20-minute long, where you're just like, "What are we watching here? It's going on too long." But yeah, I haven't. The last medieval film that I saw, which I haven't seen, The Outlaw King yet on Netflix.
That one's
Which I heard's
awesome.
pretty good.
That's a great film.
But the last
honestly.
one that I saw that I thought was pretty good was probably the Robin Hood with Russell Crowe. I thought was pretty good.
Yeah, that was good. It was a little bit different than I had initially anticipated for, but it wasn't bad.
It was not the Disney Robin
No,
Hood for
well,
sure.
no, that I wasn't thinking.
It was much.
gonna
It was
be
much
that
more of
either,
a
but it was
realistic
more
take
real,
on it. Yeah,
super real.
exactly, and that's the difficult part of doing. You either got to do like a cartoony version of the medieval, or you got to do kind of
But if we've
or an
learned
action
anything,
movie.
we don't do the in-between, the one with Jamie Foxx and
No, you gotta either go one way or the
Taron
other.
Egerton.
You either gotta go
Yeah.
full fantasy or full hard history, or you gotta find. But it's possible to do, man. It's definitely possible because it's been great. I mean, Braveheart is amazing.
Awesome.
It's much more of an action movie than it is a realistic portrayal. But yeah. Well, any other news, Mace, that we got?
I got a few little quick ones, and I'm just asking out of curiosity. Did you see the trailer yet for the classic love story of The Lady and the Tramp, the live action, that's coming straight to Disney Plus?
Yeah, well, that was part of Disney Plus's releases. Of what they're going to be releasing when when it launches. They're releasing that. They're releasing a Disney. I did see it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it actually looks pretty good.
Them using real dogs
Was
makes
the
me
best thing. Yes, I loved it. I was like, thank God.
I know. Them using like half real dogs and half CGI and just not going full CGI is what has me literally most excited about
Well,
it.
because literally, dude, when I saw that there was a live action Lady and the Tramp, I immediately was like this, took my hat off. I'm like, fucking A, I'm going to watch this shit ass trailer. I played it, and I realized they were using real dogs.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this actually looks really good. So I'm
Yeah.
actually really excited about the Lady and the Tramp because I liked the cartoon as a kid, too. It's a good story.
And cool enough, I got a little story on that. Is the dog who's playing the tramp? They adopted.
Yeah, he
from
did. Yeah, I saw that
He's
from
an
a,
actual
shelter.
tramp. Yeah, he's an actual
Yeah.
man from rags to riches. I want to see the documentary on that dog from
You
the
know
mean
that dog's
streets
like
of
getting
Arizona.
pedicures and stuff.
Yeah,
He's
dude.
sitting in his
he's
his
covered in
chair.
bitches.
Oh,
Oh, he's fucking nonstop.
Puppies running around everywhere. He just can't quit. He's living the life.
But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, they really went method with that.
They
They're like,
did,
we
yeah.
gotta get a dog from the streets that knows this role. That
They
knows.
know the streets better than us, man.
But yeah, I was never a huge Lady and Tramp fan. I mean, to be honest with you,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'll definitely see it. It's for Disney Plus. Why not? I don't think they're gonna have too much material on, honestly, at the start of their
No,
launch.
probably not. Another good thing too, Netflix. You know, we look at Amazon with The Boys, which is something that we should bring up right now on the podcast, because we will be reviewing that starting in September. We do 2 episodes every single week. But you know how the Amazon now has The Boys, a superhero television show. Other companies are doing superhero shows. Netflix is going to get one. But Battle Angel, Alita Battle Angel, you remember that movie? Robert
Unfortunately.
Rodriguez is making a superhero movie for Netflix.
Oh, but it's
So,
not Alita Battle Angel.
It's not.
Okay.
But in the process of in between Battle Angel 2 and now, he's making a Netflix film.
Man,
superhero.
Robert Rodriguez is so hit and miss.
Yes.
Spy Kids killed it.
Awesome. Great.
Awesome. Dusk Till Dawn, amazing. Great vampire movie. Alita Battle Angel. No.
Could have been better.
Could have been much
And man,
better.
we got
for sure.
some hate online for saying that too.
Did we really?
You don't remember
we
the guy?
did. Yeah.
The one guy left us 3 comments on YouTube. He's like,
Oh, I
was like,
forgot about
bro,
that.
relax, man. Relax.
We
He was
weren't
a really big.
That was
anime
one where
guy.
we weren't in like the minority of hating that movie.
No,
we
we
were like
weren't.
with the regular.
Yeah, and it's not like we shit on it the whole time. We said
To
it
be
looked
fair, that
awesome.
might have been Robert Rodriguez.
It definitely was.
His
Yeah,
name
it just-
was,
it was pretty
Ryder
close to-
Rodriguez, so we should have
We
should have connected those
Yeah,
dots
put the
because
put the
he is
pieces
out
together.
there making sure people aren't talking ill about his film. But
And what's really cool now is Disney is actually going to start finally making original content for their, for their films now. And Raya and the Last Dragon was announced.
Ray and the Last Dragon, that's the newest Pixar movie.
Yes, correct.
It's coming straight to Disney Plus, or it's
No. I didn't mean to say that. Did I say that?
maybe that's just how I heard it.
Oh,
yeah.
no. It's not coming. It's not going to Disney Plus. It's going to be in theaters November 2020. I just was bringing it up because we've seen, as we brought up earlier, we've seen so many sequels.
Oh yeah.
So many remakes that it's nice to see. It's nice to see a logo here, which is something we're not used to
Well,
seeing.
Pixar's next movie, Onward, is an original also.
Yeah.
Which
So they're making original content now.
yeah,
which
and
is-
you brought
which
it
is
up, but
great.
here's an official concept art. It looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, it looks
I
really
love the
cool.
fantasy and everything with that. But yeah, I'm a huge Pixar fan.
Definitely.
They don't
Anything
make
they
it,
do.
They don't make anything bad. Unfortunately, they just keep
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately,
they just keep
because
popping
we have
things
to
out
keep
that are
seeing them.
great.
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
want to hate on one of them, but
You do.
But yeah, Disney knows what they're doing with that one. I'm excited for that. Did you see this Michael Rooker? I'm guessing he's gonna be the bad guy. joins Fast and Furious 9, coming off Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
That's awesome.
I heard they also might bring back Brian.
I did see that. They were going to bring back Brian. I think that's a little disrespectful, but I mean, hey, do whatever you want to do, I guess.
Bring him back from the grave?
Yeah.
How are they going to do it?
Well, they're going to use his brother again like they did for
Yeah,
Fast
that was great
7
for
or
2
whatever.
minutes.
Yeah, but, well, I don't know, man. Those deep fakes these days, they might be able to pull
But
it
no
off.
one's using the deep fake for
I know,
film.
which is crazy.
No, because it looks great. I got some more. We should start doing deep fake reactions because I got some more deep fakes to show you.
We should.
Because
We should
I
do
got
that
a
as like
few
a
of them.
side thing on our channel.
Every time I see one, I save it. And I think, man, Mason's got to see it because they're always.
Because I'll freak out every time, man. I mean, that would be good for me to react to because like that kind of shit's wild.
They're
It
always
just
so good
baffles
too.
me.
I know.
And it terrifies me
That's
too.
the
fact that-
technology. If I'm a new director up and coming and I want to get on the fucking coattails of someone that's coming up, I'm jumping on deepfake. It's got to be a better name for it.
Definitely, yeah. There's
Deepfake, I don't know why.
Fake. I don't know. It sounds almost conspiratorial. You know, like what?
But yeah, I mean, it's honestly, it's just a computer program that's taking picture of every possible reaction that you're making and then
Yeah.
putting on someone else's face.
Right.
I'm down for it, man.
Yeah. So am I. I tell you that much.
Deep fake me up. I'm ready for it. And that's the way to do it if you're going to have deceased characters.
Yeah.
You got to deep fake them.
You have to.
I hope they're doing it for the next Star Wars because I hear the footage shows Carrie Fisher.
Yeah,
The
it
new-
does, and they used a lot of it from Force Awakens. But I hope that they just
How are
use
they
deep
still
fake.
using footage from 8 years
I
ago?
don't know. I have no
They
idea.
use the- they
I'm
use
not
that foot-
asking. I'm not asking any of those questions.
Which film did they shoot for that goddamn movie?
A lot. They probably knew she was. You know,
No way. They didn't know she did a lot of coke.
she did a lot of drugs. They knew that. You know, Disney knew that. Low key, they knew that, and so they're probably.
Well, they knew that she
filmed
did.
a
I don't
lot
think they
of
knew
stuff.
she was still doing it, which you find out that she was.
Yeah, she definitely was. I think they found a cocktail of.
They would have
shit.
never allowed her on set if they knew she was doing lines of cocaine. I mean, they wouldn't have risked
Wild.
that. But
So wild, man.
yeah, they're still using it. Still using that. I'd milk that footage as much
Long
as
as you can. We got one more film to go, boys.
But they gotta kill her off, right?
Yes.
We've been waiting
please,
4
kill
movies
Princess
for it.
Leia. They should have done it in The Last Jedi when she flew out of the window in space.
Yeah, I think
and
that
then
would
used,
have
like
been-
the Force to come back. I was like, what?
Yeah, I know. That's
Let Kylo kill her. It makes sense.
that would have
Kills
been a
his
really
mom and dad.
that would have been a really deep. But we're learning from these fucking, which I kind of hate the direction they're going, where no death means anything.
That is my biggest gripe with
yeah.
Star Wars right now is no death.
And
ever
it's getting
means
the
anything.
real fucking Disney treatment, and I'm not a big fan of that.
Definitely.
Usually in Star Wars, when someone dies, I mean, they come back as a Force ghost. That's expected.
Yes.
You know, everyone.
And that's okay. We all love a good Force.
Oh yeah, because they
ghost,
can't do
right?
anything. They just come out and give you fucking sweet
Great advice.
wisdom.
Yeah, they become
Always.
counselors just immediately after death. It's
Yes.
like the go-to job for them.
Exactly, and they're fucking cool, and they're only there to give you. I mean, they're not taking over bodies, so it's kind of to me. It's kind of disappointing. It was kind of a happy and sad part when I first heard that Palpatine laugh, because I'm like, if you can't kill him,
Who can you kill? I mean, I thought we
can't
threw
throw
that
an old-
motherfucker down an elevator shaft like
if you
3
can't throw a
decades ago.
98-year-old man down an elevator shaft and he just hops up, whoop,
Well,
gotta
well,
restart.
Got a little
gotta
bump
build
on
this
my
up.
elbow. I'm good though.
Gotta build this old thing operation back up, but yeah. So I'm kind of iffy on it. Someone's got to die, right?
Yes.
Does someone have to die in this? Why the fuck did Qui-Gon Jinn, the only good character,
Die immediately and
he's
never
the
come
only-
back.
He's the only one, and he's like, and he literally got stabbed in the stomach, like the most
Easy.
operable. Like even nowadays, I feel like we could have brought him back from that, but they just said, nope.
Yeah, and then
he's good."
and then literally 2 minutes later, Darth Maul gets cut in fucking half.
Yeah,
and
and
still
he
lives.
crawls out of that bitch like fucking Logan, and he crawls
Yeah.
a mile, gets new robot legs, comes back to fight him again.
Insane. That is a committed
But
individual.
Qui-Gon, he just fades
He goes,
out.
I'm out, bro. I like this Force Ghost life. I'm just gonna be a counselor.
Little
from
cut.
now on out.
I'm dead, guys. I'm see y'all. See you
Sorry,
later.
guys.
Yeah, it's
Serve my time.
I did what I could.
I did everything.
And don't bring Samuel Jackson back. He can't. All these characters that you think are
are
possibly
gone
gonna come
could
back, yeah.
possibly come back, and that's definitely the case.
It's crazy, but I'm excited. Maybe one more thing we should talk about is I'm excited for the Mandalorian. We got one more trailer for it. I know we're gonna do a trailer reaction to it.
Absolutely, I
We have to,
cannot wait
'cause
for
the
the
trailer was
Mandalorian.
amazing, and that's dropping when Disney Plus drops.
Yes,
Was that November 11th?
12th, November 12th.
Yeah.
Yep. And I can't wait for that because I'm going to be saving a ton of money on those 3-for-1 deal. $12.99 a month for Disney Plus,
I'm just
Hulu,
gonna do the
and ESPN Plus.
I'm just gonna do the $6.99.
Disney Plus.
Yeah, because I don't
know,
need
but I pay
Hulu.
$30 for Hulu.
I know, but I don't really. So I don't. The $6.99 is a pretty good deal.
Yeah, that's a great.
I wouldn't mind ESPN Plus, but have you used the app for ESPN Plus?
I use it all the time.
It's shit.
It's not the best, but
It's not the best,
but that's how I have to watch my fights.
For
so
what
I don't have a
Disney
choice.
should be producing. I mean, the app is the first. Well, I got it the first couple weeks, and it was
better now.
It was hard to use.
Yeah, it's
but,
better now.
But I still hear it's not the best for sure.
It's not the best, but it's not. It's also not terrible. I'm not going to
Yeah.
bitch about it too much because I know how to maneuver through it now. But
But yeah, I've heard there's some difficulties with that. So I'm just gonna go Disney Plus first. I still haven't heard if they're bringing back any of Disney originals yet, DComs or anything like that.
what do you mean? Like just like they'll put every Disney thing on those streaming
Nothing has been
services.
confirmed about that. Someone posted on the Disney Plus subreddit too a couple days ago. I saw do we know what's being? And so far it's Phineas and Ferb, Gravity Falls, which is a cartoon that they just produced, and a couple other ones. And so far I haven't heard anything else.
Yeah, I think I heard something though that they're putting all original Disney content on that streaming service.
I'd be surprised because that'd be a shit ton of content. But
It would
I'd be very
But
surprised.
think about the millions of people who subscribe and just pay that every single month.
I know, but
watch those old
I don't
movies.
think I honestly don't. I'd be surprised if they ended up doing that. That's a huge library to do, but
It is.
for every Disney, yeah, I mean, why
It'd
the
be
fuck
worth
would
it,
anyone be
though.
watching Disney Channel then anymore?
That's true. Yeah. Well, maybe their end goal is just to
If
do
they end up
streaming
doing all the originals and like the Even Steven stuff, that would be 100% worth it. But I haven't heard a single thing about any of that yet.
Yeah.
So far, because so far the only things they have confirmed is a new High School Musical scripted show, which I know you're
I don't
excited
know why.
about.
I don't know why. Yeah. Should audition for that one.
And they have a Jeff Goldblum show coming out.
I know. I saw that. I meant to bring that up. I totally forgot. How stoked are you for that? I know you love.
I
Jeff.
literally think it's just a show just following him around, just doing
him
nothing.
doing just Jeff Goldblum
Just going,
things.
getting his mail,
Being worshipped
yeah, walking
in
down
the streets,
rocking
people
his
bowing.
dog. I literally think it's just following him around. Yeah, I don't know. There's literally no premise to it.
No.
I looked it up and it just says Jeff Goldblum. There's nothing.
They just literally Disney was like, "You're so marketable. We're just going to make a show
sitting
about
reading a
you."
book for 45 minutes. Like, this is art.
It's like the modern day Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, and they have a Christmas movie coming up too that they're
They
doing.
do. Yeah,
That's,
the one with Bill Hader,
and Anna Kendrick.
Anna Kendrick,
which
yeah.
looks
which is called like Noel or something
yeah, it
like
looks
that.
about as what you would think as a
As-
straight to streaming Christmas movie. It looks kind of.
They're fun though. Christmas movies are fun, I guess.
If you can do it right, I'd love to write a good fucking Christmas movie.
Yes.
A good one, not one because there's 50 Christmas movies that come out a year. How many do
Well,
we?
fucking go
How many
on
do
the
we
Hallmark
remember?
Channel, my
Yeah.
guy. They play literally
How are they making
60
money off that?
movies a day.
I saw someone did an AMA about working on the set of those Hallmark movies, and
Yeah.
they say they'll film like 3 in
Yes.
a day.
Yeah, they
and
just
they'll use
boom.
the same sets and everything, and they'll just like let's just keep it going, and everyone that I've heard that say work on the sets say it's horrible.
It is
It's
because they're
shit.
moving so
that
fast.
everyone's getting paid like shit because I mean obviously they're not making any money off those movies.
Hell no. No, each one of
The
those
30
movies'
that
budget
come out.
is like $250,000 for the entire
But
movie.
man, is it a lot of? I would love to get in as like a screenwriter on those where you're just like pumping out shit. You're like, here, throw
You're
this
just putting
out.
content out. You're like, you know
You just
what?
put
One of
shit
these
on
is gonna
bit.
stick. One of them's gonna land eventually. I'm gonna get my way out of this.
Yeah, I don't know what Hallmark is doing with those, but man, my mom loves them.
Oh
She'll
man.
watch them all.
My grandma, when she was
and
alive,
they're all the
that's
same
she did
movie.
was
They're
watch
all
them.
the same movie.
The exact same story.
Romantic.
Yep.
Something happens in the middle. They break up. Something happens. Something
Some
Santa related.
Yeah, some Christmas miracle happens, and they get together, and Christmas is saved.
It's horrible.
Every
but,
year.
yeah.
I just want one where Christmas just is absolute shit. No one has a good time. I just want to see
the
that.
reality.
Yeah, because there are Christmases that'll inevitably happen. You know.
Oh yeah, it's a very depressing time for most
Yes.
people. Absolutely. But well, Mason, is there anything else that you got?
No, I think
me.
I think that's it. We hit a solid hour there.
I feel pretty good about it. We got it. One more shout out. The Wizard of Oz was released 80 years ago.
That's awesome. Wow.
80 years.
80 years ago.
I watch that movie every year. For some reason, they always put it out during Christmas time.
It has nothing to do with Christmas at all.
But man, it still looks amazing. For 80
years ago. 8 decades, man. That's a long time.
From them to hand color, when everything was in black and white.
Yep.
You imagine going and sitting there in the theater, and your whole life you think you can only record video black and white. And then halfway through, this bitch comes into fucking Oz, and it's in color. You're thinking you're having a stroke.
You know what it was?
I heard people throwing up.
Yeah, it's the reverse way that I reacted when you and I reviewed "And They Shall Not Grow Old." When it went from that black and white, and then it went to color. That is exactly how I feel like those people would feel like.
Yeah, I was joking about it, but you're probably right. That probably is the closest to get, because to that feeling, obviously we have color now, and there's nothing. Yeah. I don't think there's anything that someone could put on film that'd be like, I didn't think this was possible. Yeah. But yeah, when I saw that, because it's, but yeah, I mean, no film has ever captured that moment that They Shall Not Grow Old. I couldn't believe that they colored. Because you're watching the footage and you can't even what is that, a man? It's so grainy. I don't even see, what is it? And then it goes crystal clear and you almost didn't realize it.
And even the movements too, because remember, it was 12 frames per second is what they were shooting in. Yes. But they made it to where it was 24 frames a second, where it looked like real people walking.
And not even that, but they
humanized it so much.
Oh man, do not bring that movie up without expecting me to talk about it. I know. We're gonna talk about it forever because that film is so damn good. But yes, we gotta wrap it up.
We do have to wrap it up because we're about 9 minutes away. Okay, guys. My name is Mason Knight. That is Cash Kraus. You can find our YouTube channel on YouTube. Type in "Have You Seen It?" Have You Seen It podcast. We're the angry popcorn guy in the director's chair. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. You can find our podcast in audio formats: SoundCloud, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Play. Social media, Twitter, Seen It podcast. Cash is on Twitter. That's just Cash. Instagram, Have You Seen It? We've got a Facebook page. We post memes every day. It's the Have You Seen It podcast. Be sure to like the page. My name is Mason Knight again. That's Cash Kraus, and until next time.
Adios.